Breaking news for pensioners across the UK. The debate over the future of the TV licence has once again burst back into the national spotlight. And this time, the story is being fueled by a powerful public petition already signed by over 13,000 people demanding the government bring back free TV licences for all pensioners, not just a select few. This petition has struck a deep chord with people up and down the country because the issue is about far more than just watching television. For millions of older citizens, the TV isn't just entertainment, it's companionship, connection, and often their only daily link to the outside world. But today, instead of being free, the TV license has become yet another financial burden, piling on top of rising food prices, soaring energy bills, and relentless household costs. For those on fixed incomes, every pound matters, and the £174.50 license fee feels like one bill too many. So the big questions are: why did free licenses disappear? Why are campaigners pushing back now? And could this growing movement actually force change at the very top of government? Let's unpack the full story. Welcome to PensionWise UK, the channel dedicated to shining a spotlight on the stories that matter most to pensioners and their families. If you believe in fairness, if you care about justice, and if you want to stay informed about the policies and debates shaping life for older citizens, then make sure you subscribe right now. Give this video a like, share it with friends and family, and let's make sure these important conversations reach as many people as possible. Let's start with why this debate matters so much. For households living on a pension or a fixed income, budgets are tight. Every extra bill feels like another weight on already overstretched finances. And while some people may dismiss the TV license as a small cost, pensioners know that £174.50 is no small number when you're trying to stretch every pound to cover heating, food, and rent. But beyond the cost, the television itself is a lifeline. For those who live alone, particularly the elderly and those with limited mobility, the TV can be a daily companion. It helps combat loneliness, provides vital news updates, and creates a sense of connection to the wider world. Taking that away or making it harder to access isn't just about money. It can have a direct impact on mental health, social isolation, and well-being. And let's not forget, without a license, anyone watching live television or BBC iPlayer risks being fined up to £1,000. For pensioners already worried about bills, that's a terrifying prospect. Up until 2020, the situation was very different. Pensioners across the UK received their TV licenses free of charge, thanks to a concession that supported around 4.5 million households. This scheme gave older citizens peace of mind. It was a recognition of their lifelong contribution to society, a way of saying, you've worked, you've paid taxes, you've raised families, and now, in retirement, at least one part of your life won't be another financial burden. But everything changed in 2019. That year, the BBC announced new rules. Instead of being free for all over 75s, the license would only be free for those who were over 75 and in receipt of pension credit. This change caused widespread anger and disappointment. Why? Because a universal benefit, something that applied equally to everyone, had suddenly been transformed into a means-tested benefit with complicated eligibility criteria. And as many predicted, it has left thousands of pensioners feeling forgotten, overlooked, and unfairly treated. That brings us to today. The new petition calls for one simple, clear demand: restore free TV licenses for all pensioners, regardless of income. And the support is growing. With more than 13,000 signatures already gathered, the petition has surged past the first key milestone of 10,000 signatures. That's important, because at this stage the government is required to issue an official response. And they did. The Department for Culture, Media, and Sport said they remain committed to the current system. They highlighted the existing concessions: discounts for the blind and severely sight-impaired, special arrangements for care home residents, and free licenses for over 75s on pension credit. But they made one thing very clear: no new universal concession is on the table. For campaigners, this answer is not good enough. Why? Because the current system leaves far too many pensioners behind. Pension credit is supposed to help low-income pensioners, but the reality is messy. Many who are eligible never claim it. Some don't know about it. Others find the application process complicated and intimidating. And still others sit just above the threshold ineligible for help, yet still struggling to make ends meet. What does this mean in practice? It means two pensioners living in almost identical circumstances can face completely different outcomes. One gets a free TV license. The other, by a matter of pounds, is forced to pay the full fee. That feels arbitrary, unfair, and frankly unjust. The petition's own wording captures the frustration. Many pensioners live on the breadline with only the TV for company. With the cost of food soaring and utility bills ever higher, we feel there is a desperate need to provide all pensioners with at least this concession. It continues. We feel it is a double outrage that those who have given their all to this country in taxes and raising children have to pay a TV license fee, and are only exempt if they receive means-tested pension credit. Meanwhile, some media figures draw huge salaries. This isn't just about the license fee. It's about the sense of injustice. Pensioners struggling to afford food and heating are being charged, while high-profile BBC presenters are earning six-figure or even seven-figure salaries. The contrast is stark and it stirs real anger. So, where do things go from here? The petition has cleared the first hurdle at 10,000 signatures. The next milestone is 100,000 signatures. If it reaches that point, Parliament is required to consider a full debate in the House of Commons. That would bring the issue directly into the heart of national politics. MPs would have to discuss, on the record, whether free licenses should be restored. Campaigners are now pushing hard to hit that target. And with each passing day, more signatures are being added. This debate is about more than the license itself. It's about the bigger picture, the cost of living crisis. Pensioners are already under pressure like never before. Energy bills have soared. Food prices continue to rise. Housing costs are squeezing fixed incomes. In that context, the TV license, while small compared to rent or energy bills, becomes another heavy burden. For those living on the edge, every extra cost is a source of stress and worry. Supporters of the petition argue that free licenses should be restored in the same way as free bus passes and winter fuel payments, as a universal recognition of what pensioners have given to society. Of course, not everyone agrees. Critics argue that the government cannot afford universal concessions for everyone. They say means testing is the only way to ensure limited resources go to those who need them most. In other words, if you can afford to pay, you should pay. But campaigners counter that this argument misses the point. The beauty of universal benefits is their simplicity and fairness. No complicated forms. No confusing eligibility rules. No one left out by accident or bureaucracy. And most importantly, universal benefits recognize that pensioners, after decades of contributing taxes and building this country, deserve support as a matter of principle, not just financial need. So here's where we stand. The petition is growing. The pressure is mounting. And if signatures continue to climb, the government could soon be forced to confront this issue directly in Parliament. But until then, pensioners will continue to pay, campaigners will continue to fight, and the debate over fairness and dignity in retirement will remain firmly in the spotlight. Here at PensionWise UK, we'll keep following this story every step of the way. And if you believe pensioners deserve better, here's how you can help. Like this video to spread the word. Subscribe to PensionWise UK for updates on every new development. Share this video with your friends, family, and community, because every voice matters, and together, we can make sure pensioners are heard. Thank you for watching PensionWise UK. Stay informed, stay engaged, and as always, let's keep standing up for fairness, dignity, and respect for our pensioners.